Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. And don't forget you can pick up your new Bullies Exposed t-shirt at represent.com/store/thebullyexposed.com. Young Blue, Emma in the house, thank you for joining the show. So today I'm going to do my yoga session. Last week we had a good conversation. Oh, you just woke up, Blue? So we were having a good conversation last week. I forgot what we were talking about, but it was so good that I totally forgot to that I had yoga at 4, and I missed yoga last week, so I don't want to miss yoga this week. Hello, Paulo. ¿Cómo está, Paulo? So I'm gonna do my yoga today, so I don't miss it. So if you guys have any questions, just smash that question mark and we'll talk while I'm doing the yoga. But I'm waiting for my instructor to come on right now. It looks like she's coming on. Yep, it looks like she's coming on now. Good morning, Paulo. How are you doing? So let's see, there we go. And we're all set for yoga.
You're here.
Yep, how you doing? So by the way, my yoga instructor does yoga through Zoom. So if you want to find out how you can do yoga on Zoom anywhere in the world, I will, you can DM me and I can get you her information. But she's a great instructor. The classes are never boring. Some instructors, unfortunately, they do the same routines all the time, and their classes get very, very boring. But with her, she does not get boring at all. She's a lot of fun.
Your blocks or
So to warm up, I always do some arm stretches to warm up. Try to pull this rope as far back as possible, forward and back, down, up.
and do a twist.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're doing a twist today. All right, guys. Enjoy the show. Maybe I should make this big again. All right. You can do the yoga with me, or you can just see how it's done, guys. Hope you guys are all having a good day. I know I am. We're getting the dogs ready to fly out to Europe in the next couple of days. It's going to be very interesting because we still have not received our visa. So we're taking a big risk, taking the dogs out to Europe before we got our orders to fly. All right. So we're doing a lower back stretch now.
And you're really breathing into the lung that's
This is good
up to the ceiling.
for a lot of things. Loosening up your back, for digestion. It's something I do
Knees up.
every morning before I get out of bed. That's how important it is.
To the other side.
And now we're going to the other side. Hello, if you're just joining us.
Bend the knees and put them on the blocks opening, the shoulders wide.
I think if you got a lot of lower back pain, this twist definitely helps with that.
So one side might feel quite different than the other side. So sometimes when you go into these poses, it's good to do the easy side first if one's easier or more comfortable.
She's saying that when you go into this pose, it's sometimes easy to go on your good side first, on your easier side, before you go on the hard side. Remember to always breathe, guys. Sometimes I do forget to breathe. But we're going to be doing a show tonight, guys, for anyone that might be still up on the East Coast, and for people in Japan and Korea and in Australia.
The knees up. And then if you want, you can put a block or both blocks overhead if you want more variation with what you do with your hands on the next pose. You can straighten and bend, place on the floor. So
If you have a question, just ask the question,
of course you can
and as soon as I can, I will answer.
fingers underneath the head.
What's up, Danielle? I think that's Danielle out there. What's up, Danielle?
Bring them overhead. Or even place them on top of the blocks with palms up. That's another option. So whatever works for you today.
We did a lot of good conversations
More of
this week. People had some very good questions, like what do you do
bring the arms out to your side.
if someone is
Do what we just did as an
is in your face, if your bully's in your face
bring the knees
at work,
together and then
which can also be applied at school. If the bully's in your face, you definitely want to get up
leg, the left leg,
and
and then the right one to meet it. So you're working
you get up
soft
and you don't sit down. I think that's one of the worst things you can do,
knees,
is sitting down and staying in your position when the bully is screaming and yelling in your face, because you put yourself in a very, very bad position to be hit. And you'll have, if you have a desk in front of you, you have that desk pinching you in, and you really can't move anywhere, and you really can put yourself in a bad position. But I do understand that sometimes if standing up, that can make the bully feel like you are threatening him by standing up yourself. But it's definitely not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea to just be sitting there while your bully is bullying you. And that was a very good question by one of our followers. Very good situation. So you have to, when you're in that situation, you definitely have to
bend the knees in,
stand up in a non-threatening manner. Put your hands up to block your face just in case he punches you. Let him, let him believe that you will do not want to fight because you don't. You always want to de-escalate a situation as often as you can,
and then come over,
and that's I think is key
so
and important.
over on all fours. Take that left hand,
You always got to be ready for a bully
and you
to
can
turn
that leg if you want
to turn
to give yourself a
from making fun of you or maybe laughing at you to where he's going to start striking you.
leg down,
And you always got to be prepared for that.
or you can do a little bit of both.
The bully is not going to let you know when he's going to hit you or let you know when he's going to change his style of bullying from just words to physical bullying. So you definitely have to always be ready for that. And it really is a hard situation because as a good guy, you can't strike first. So you never want to strike first. So you always, unfortunately, have to be prepared, wondering when the strike is going to come. But I think that if you learn to learn boxing, when you learn, if you train yourself in a little boxing, maybe learn a little boxing, a little self-defense, that won't be such an agonizing situation because you
Inhale, come up,
would have been in fights or practice fights, and that would really
hand through,
teach you the way to know when someone is gonna
bring the right hand
going to strike you. When you practice and you spar, then you kind of learn the mannerisms of a person who's about to strike you, and that, in my opinion, makes it extremely easy to deal with a bully. That is my opinion on that. It makes it
bring it up,
extremely easy to deal with a bully when you spar. So
up, or
you don't have, so it doesn't have to be a lot of anxiety about, well, is he going to hit me? Is he going to hit me? When's he going to come? Because that's not what you want to be thinking about in a situation like that. You want to be thinking about how to diffuse the situation.
the other arm,
So if you have not already seen that previous episode, it's definitely an episode you want to see. We talk a lot about how to defend yourself, how to what to do when the bully says like, "Oh yeah, what are you gonna do?" How to diffuse that.
stretch it more,
And the best thing is to let the bully know that you're not there to fight, that you are there to just kind of diffuse the situation, even if you may be in this situation yourself.
those toes, and I guess it's the puppy pose.
So,
Just
it's tough because no two bullies act the same.
hips be up, but he can drop through the
No two bullies. Sometimes even bullies themselves, they'll change a lot of what they're doing. They'll change. They'll notice that you're starting to pick up on their style of bullying, and they'll change that up too.
bring them
And you gotta adapt too. That's a very important
and tuck the toes.
part of it all too, is that you have to learn to adapt with your bully as well. And it doesn't all. I understand it's stressful, and sometimes you may feel it's personal,
With the big toes together.
but you definitely cannot let your bully feel that you're taking it personal. I know that's weird, but if you take it personal, or if you show, not if you take it personal, because you're gonna take it personal, but if you show your bully and you're taking it personal, they love that, they eat that up, and they'll continue to do that bullying. So it's definitely something you want to control. You definitely want to make sure that that bullying never sees you weak or kind of upset at him, at what he's doing. It's something you definitely don't want to do. It's an important thing to keep control of. And I know it's hard because they're talking about you, so it's all personal. They're trying their best to be personal. So you gotta try your best to make it feel like that's not getting to you. And you could really do that. We definitely need to learn to disconnect those two things as victims of bullying. If they say you're fat and you're an obese person, you still can't take it personal because they're not talking about you. They're talking about the pain in their heart. And that's where we have to try our best to ignore that. That's for sure. J Javan, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? Okay, so this session I thought I would do while I'm doing my yoga because last week I missed my yoga. I missed it because I was talking with you guys, and I love it. I love talking with you guys, but I definitely did not want to miss another one. So I thought I would bring you guys into the yoga. You guys have been asking a lot of questions about the yoga I do, so I thought I would bring you guys in. California, awesome. California. We are currently on an island called Guam. That's where we are currently at. But we will be moving. We will be moving on very shortly. Yeah, Young Blues from VA. VA, I got a lot of friends in VA. I got a lot of friends up there. So, I hope I can call you JG. What's are you ever experienced any bullying? What tell us your story. I'm very interested in learning all you guys' stories. Yes, very interested in learning all you guys' stories. Ooh. I'm really not doing the yoga the right way. I should be standing now, but I want to talk with you guys. Blue, what's going on? Create any new music? Create anything interesting today? I'll play it later. I'll play it later on the later show today. Yes, we will be on again later. 2 shows, guys. We've been doing 2 shows ever since the COVID situation started up again. The second wave that they predicted is coming. Numbers are going up on the island I live on. And so I'm going to do 2 shows during that. Let's see. JG says, I have when I was younger, when I was younger, from not being able to speak the language. Oh, okay. Now your name looks Spanish, am I right? Is it Spanish? Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto. I support all youngsters and my kids. Awesome. That is awesome. That is great. Oh, Panama. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I had a lot. I have a lot of friends that lived there. Not now, but they lived there in the past. I think there's an army base. I want to say that lived there. So a lot of them lived lived there in the past. So awesome. Welcome to the show. Glad you joined us. Blue, you're awfully quiet. What's going on, Blue? Um, so yeah, that's funny. That's funny, Jay, that you mentioned that about being bullied because you weren't able to speak the language. When my parents first came here from Puerto Rico, they were bullied as well for not being able to speak the language. And I did a show yesterday because I found out that there are 12 languages that are becoming extinct. And out of the 12, the two that really stuck out to me was um, Hawaiian and Chamorro, which is the language of the island that I'm currently on. And I think it's because people are always. I mean, young people. It's very hard, because um, I always said that people from other countries, like people from Panama, they have to be more Panamanian and proud to be Panamanian than the Panamanians do, and they have to be more American than the Americans. And it's very tough to do the two. So when you have a language that you're wondering to yourself, I'm never gonna use this language. Why am I gonna learn it? Let me just learn English. That's one of the worst things that you can do. You have to keep your culture going, guys, no matter what your culture is. Um, but I think that's what's happening with Hawaii, and that's what's happening with living on the island. I think that's what it is. That these kids nowadays, they're struggling so hard to fit in as Americans, and they just don't have the time to learn or the drive to learn their language and their culture, and that truly is a shame. That really is a shame. Uh, let's see. Jay says it's very hot in California. Oh, I bet. I used to go to California a lot when I lived in the States. I am quiet because I just woke up and I'm tired. Oh, that's right. You just woke up. Well, good for you. You should do a couple of twists and things like that to try to get yourself awake, get your body awake. That's what I do in the morning. That's what I do in the morning, guys. I know some of you might think it's weird, but I used to have a lot of back pain, and I don't have the back pain anymore. So it really is working out good for me to every day wake up and do um, some type of physical physical things. Because when you don't do physical things on your body, then that's when you get a lot of lower back pain. And Blue, you're young, so you probably don't get any lower back pain now. But when you're a lot older, you're gonna feel that. Because when I was young, I never felt any back pain. It only happened when I got older, not when I was younger. So so Jay, you said for your kids, how many kids do you have? How many kids do you have? Boy. So
inhale, come up,
um,
and then
it's hard for me to really pay attention to both.
down.
But I am going to do a show later on tonight, guys.
Now remember,
I would probably say about nine,
take that right
um,
toe to heel.
9 Australian Eastern time zone. Let's see. Jay says I have two daughters,
Then you're
a
gonna
senior in high school and a sixth grader. Oh, awesome.
and this is where the block comes in handy.
That is great. Senior in high school. That's awesome. Ready to go to college.
Up into
I hope that your daughters are ready and willing to go to college. I think going to college is definitely something that every child should do. That's for sure.
step that back long, come back to the triangle,
And even if you're an adult and you didn't go to college, you can always go back.
slowly come up,
I think that's really important. Education will get you places. That's for sure.
and then take
That's awesome.
foot toe to heel,
Glad to hear it.
heel to toe,
Uh,
and then
what time is it here? It is 4:24 or 16:24 if you follow
back foot in.
the world time. 16:24 or 14:24 p.m.
And you want to really lift up that back.
So every Tuesday I'm doing yoga, and Thursdays I do yoga since COVID started. So again, if you're watching this in the recorded version and you want to know about my instructor, great instructor, she has studied yoga all over the world, New Zealand, places like that, and I can give you her information, and you can contact her if you like and get into do some yoga virtually. I don't know why we all don't do this. I think that if I was an instructor, I would do virtual yoga even after all the COVID things are happening. What time will you go live? Oh, your time. What time your time? Let's see. I gotta figure that out, and I'm not very good at this. Let's see. So it's 2 o'clock.
Stand on your right foot,
So
slowly
it's
break
2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock in New York right now, or Eastern time zone. So
hands in prayer.
I would probably think it'll be 6 or 7 your time zone. Blue, 6 or 7.
Variation, bring the palm deeper,
So
drop the hand on the side,
yeah.
side.
So I think, like I said, education is very important. Don't let anybody rob that of you, especially your bully.
Then inhale, coming up,
Bullying is just something that
back into,
I don't understand why adults would do it,
and then inhale,
other than some adults never grew up.
exhale, and Uttanasana.
Some kids, I think most kids that bully are really not going to stand up to you if you stand up to them, and if they do, everyone has to learn how to defend themselves. Everyone should learn how to defend themselves just in case that happens. Okay, we got someone that started the Q&A. Let's see what we got here. Thank you. Thank you, Blue, for starting that. Is that a bagel? Is that your breakfast? Is that what you're having for breakfast? Awesome. A bagel for breakfast. That is great. Don't forget to have a fruit. To have some fruit. I think an orange is some of the best fruit ever. Vitamin C really helps you a lot. Remember to drink a lot of water, guys. Even if you're not working out, drink water. Jay says, have a great evening. It's almost midnight out here in California, 11:28 Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much, Jay, for stopping by. Mucho gusto. and I hope to see you again on the show. Like I said, it might be super early, about 6, 7 when you wake up, and we can do our show. You can come join the show if you have any questions. Uh, oh, grape juice. Awesome. Grapes are good too. Grapes are super, super good also. I'm not really doing very good on my yoga today. If I do shows now, I'm gonna have to do them after yoga, or do them before. But I really gotta pay attention to time so I don't miss out. Um, Jay says, gracias y bendiciones. Sí, bendiciones a usted también. My Spanish is not that great. So now, my Spanish is not that great, so now I have to learn Italian because my wife got a job in Italy. So now I got to learn Italian. It's a lot easy because I understand Spanish a lot. And so learning the Italian is not that far off. Italian, French, and Spanish all derive from Latin. So they all kind of have the same same things. So it's kind of easy to learn it. You just got to learn their rules and it's pretty much easy from there. So that's gonna do it for me on this episode. I want to get back to doing the yoga. They're no longer doing stuff on the floor. They're doing stuff standing up, and I don't want to be rude or anything. But yes, we will be on 2 shows a day. We do, guys, 7 days a week. So please join us. If you have a question, put it in any comment section on any of our posts. Post your questions up there, and then we'll talk about it on the show. We have some really good, deep conversations, guys. Real good things. So definitely check it out. Post your question, and let's educate each other. Let's see. Young says English 12-2. I don't know what English 12-2 means. You saying dos? Like dos? For 2? For the number 2? That's what it looks like. Alright, so that's going to do it for us on this episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com, and also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, so let them help you. Remember, guys, anyone can wear the crown, anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another and have a great day. Young Blue, I'll see you hopefully later on in the second show. Bye, guys.